All right. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome to our first live stream of 2021. Glad we finally all made it out of 2020 into a new year, which so far is looking pretty good here. So welcome. If you're new here, just to give you a little insight, every single Thursday we go live here on the Facebook page where we talk about the stock advisory, where we cover different tips, tricks, trading ideas, new features, functionality, and anything that has to do with trading utilizing the stock advisory app. So if you're new here, welcome. If you guys can hear me before we jump into things here today, just let me know in the comments where you're tuning in from. Let me know that you guys can hear and see everything, and everything is coming through clear for you. Also, if you're new, typically the way we do things here is we start off taking a look at what's going on today. Then we jump into our topic of discussion. And then, as always, we finish off at the very end with the personal fan favorite of how to analyze any stock in less than 20 seconds utilizing the stock advisory app. So with that, also, appreciate that, Tony. Also, I do have some good news for everybody. We will be doing a giveaway here where I'll tell you guys at the very end how to enter the giveaway. And then we'll announce that winner come next Thursday at 11 a.m. So if you guys want to take advantage of the giveaway, make sure to stick around for a little bit and we'll make sure we get you all that information. We will be giving away free access to the Successful Investor course coming up very soon. We're just starting to release some of the announcements for it. So you'll get the first seat into the Successful Investor course. So if you're wanting to win that, make sure to stick around. You'll definitely not want to miss out on that one. All right, so awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank you, John. Once again, welcome, everybody. This is a brand new year. Glad to be here with you guys. 2020 was definitely a great year for all of us. Hopefully, 2021 can be even better. So that's what we're going to be focusing on is, what's really moving, what type of stocks should we expect to see continue to make money this year, see what's going on from the market right now, where the market is currently sitting at, and we'll analyze it from there and then take a look at your stocks at the very end. So with that, let's go ahead, take a look at what's going on here today. And as we can see right now, we are 3 ticks into the green. No surprise there. The market is bullish. We advocate buying safe, undervalued stocks that are rising in price at this time. If we scroll down here a little bit, we get the color guard where we can see those 3 green lights coming from, the price, the RT, and the buy to sell ratio. When they're green, it tells us they're moving higher day over day and week over week. The MTI, as we always say, keep your eye on the MTI, and it's sitting at 1.68. telling us that it is overbought. The market is top heavy, but if stimulus comes out, if more money comes into individuals' pockets, that could definitely continue to push this market even higher, which is something we're definitely monitoring here. Then, as always, we finish off with the calls column, which stands for our confirmed calls. These are going to be our last signal we get to get into the market and our last signal we get to get out. As you can see, we still remain in a confirmed up situation. So we scroll down here a little bit, we get the advanced to declines, and one of the key things we always like to look at here is the advanced declines ratio. And we like to see at least a 2-to-1 bias on any certain day. So if we're looking to buy a stock long, we want to see twice as many stocks advancing than declining, and just the inverse if the market's going down. Well, today we're at 64% of stocks moving higher, 26% of stocks moving lower, clearly giving us that 2-to-1 bias that we prefer. Therefore, if we need to pick up a stock today or if you're trading today, the bias should definitely be to the upside. If we scroll down, take a look at the major indices, we see the Dow is up 1.1%, Nasdaq's up over 2.25%, S&P's up over 1.5%. So all the major indices doing extremely well here today. Starting to see a nice little boost of confidence and a blast off from the market. So hopefully everybody's portfolio is enjoying that. And taking advantage of that right now. All right, so I see a lot of new people coming in here. So just to remind everybody, we are doing a giveaway here today. We'll announce how you can enter that giveaway in a little bit. And we'll announce that winner next week. So make sure you stick around. We'll be giving access to the Successful Investor course we have coming up. So you'll get free access to that. So if you want to enter into that, make sure to stick around. You won't want to miss out on that. Ken's home of Lucio Ball. Awesome. Actually, our daughter that she's about 5 months old now. Her name's Lucille. So love that name there. Last year up 50% in my portfolio and it's not stopping. Awesome, Sam. I love hearing that. So also for all the new people, welcome. You officially made it out of 2020 and into a brand new year. So congrats to all of us here for surviving the year of 2020. All right. So we see the market's doing good. Market's up nicely. You have all the major indices exploding. Advanced and declines is looking good. The color guard, however, is giving us a little bit of cause for concern where we see that MTI at 1.68. Well, if you're new to the Stock Advisory app or new to our live streams that we do every week, when the MTI is above 1.6, that tells us that the market's looking for a top. Doesn't mean that the market is at a top or can't go any higher. It just tells us that there's more downside risk than upside potential and to be careful at these times. By all means, take advantage of this uptrend while it lasts. We've had a great run all throughout the last of the year and coming into this year. And, with stimulus and other talks about, more money coming into the economy, that could keep the market boosted for quite some time. But luckily, you guys got VectorVest on your side. And if things start to change or if we start to see some changes here in the conditions of the market, as always, we'll alert you first and foremost right in that daily color guard report you can always find in the Stock Advisory app. So Andrew, as always, if you guys have questions you want to take a look at, just save them. Or if you guys have stocks you want to take a look at, save them for the very end. We'll analyze any stock that you guys want to take a look at in less than 20 seconds. So if you guys are here for stock analysis, make sure to stick around. We'll get to those in a little bit. All right, best stock, Enphase Bio. Yeah, Enphase. Last year, we announced it was the best stock of our portfolios that we've seen for 2020, and it was not a stock to disappoint for anybody here. So hopefully you guys were taking advantage of that. That's the thing about these live streams is, it pays to tune in every week. We talk about new stocks, new tips, new tricks, all of that every single week, and, just following some of the stocks that we've been looking at and we talk about on a day or week in, week out basis can easily help make you money consistently time and time again. All right. So with that, let's go ahead, jump into the picks here and take a look at some of the hot stocks for today. So we can see a lot of these stocks are up big. SOL up huge. I believe somebody was talking about that just a week or two ago. In some of the jockey club that we do here. But we take a look, we just go ahead and start off with the first one, DAC, up almost 9.5% today alone. It is poor RV and RS, so it is more of a speculative play, but timing at 1.84, extremely strong uptrend. Definitely like seeing that here. Bitcoin to the moon. Yeah, Bitcoin's definitely been a big runner so far as well. A buy after yesterday, Tony. So we can take a look at Enphase and analyze it as of yesterday. But yeah, we can definitely take a look at that in a little bit. All right, so we've got one more of a speculative play. Everybody's different, and that's the great thing about VectorVest is we don't cater just one specific type of investor. We like to cover all areas of investing to make sure that no matter what your style is, we got you covered here. So we take a look at the graph. We see a really big push coming in just in the last few minutes. That's on a 1 day. We go to a 3 month. We can see a really nice steady uptrend. Now, this is something that can easily be taken advantage of when we utilize, exponential moving averages like the 3 and the 8. If we go ahead, put on the graph settings, go to the moving averages section, turn on 1 and 3, there we go, and go back. Now we've got our 3 and the 8, realistically, since they crossed over, let's see, right about here is trading about $15 a share, let's just say. and now it's trading at 26. So huge move ever since the 3 and the 8 crossed over and continuing to run. Really strong momentum play here. Let's go take a look at the next one. CDMO, nice steady rise from bottom left to upper right. Great momentum. Definitely an opportunity here. SOL, up almost 24% today alone. Huge moves with those. Franz is saying, what goes up must go down. Exactly. And that's real reality there, Franz. You know, everything that goes up must come down, but luckily you have VectorVest on your side. We've never failed to signal a major market correction, and we've done it all throughout 2020. We've done it all throughout, the 30 plus years we've been around. So take advantage of the uptrend while it lasts, but make sure to tune into the daily color guard report on a nightly basis. So that way we give you early warning to protect yourself and get out before the market starts correcting, or, this euphoria that we're experiencing right now in the market starts to fade. All right. So global Auto ETF up huge here. You see a great run with this as well. So some great winners here with the hot stocks so far. If we scroll down a little bit, take a look at the hot industries right now. We can see chemical fertilizers are up big. Petroleum, which is one that we've talked about. We talked about at the end of last year that petroleum was starting to really get on a nice steady uptrend. We're starting to see oil starting to rise again. And we're starting to see it coming up as one of the hotter industries as well. So if we go take a look at some of those, we get Murphy Oil up 2%, IMO up 0.23. So we have some decent ones here. I'm trying to see if we have the one we had from our portfolio or our end of year watch list. Let's see. It's not in the top of the list so far here, but we can take a look at that one in a little bit. All right. As well, since this is a new year, as always, if you guys are just tuning in for the first time and haven't already hit that like button, make sure to do so. Also, help us on the road to 30,000 followers on our Facebook page. We're about just shy of 1,500 followers left to get there. So trying to push that there. So if you guys haven't already followed the page, make sure to go do so after today's session. Does VectorVest do its own valuations? Yes, Ben, we do. Everything that is done inside of VectorVest is done based upon our own calculations and our own formulas. And actually, if you're not already in the stock advisory or in VectorVest or using VectorVest, there's a green book that we have inside the program where we can send a digital copy there. That talks about how we value stocks, how some of our indicators are created, some of the things that go into that. So it's about 50 some pages. It's a very light read. If you haven't ever taken a look at that, I strongly recommend to do so. Let's see. Are the words? Not sure I'm following you on that one, Tony. All right. So we've got some great stocks here so far. Oil's been huge. Taking a look at some of the fertilizer companies here. We see SMG, Mosaic, all up big here so far. 3.5% and 5% respectively. And see a lot of great potential winners here. Strong VSTs, but that's what VectorVest does and does very, very well. Is that, not only can you find good stocks in strong industries, but you can find the best stocks in those industries. So that way it helps you outperform the market again and again. So if you're looking for the best, SMG brings you right to the top to make your search even faster and easier than ever before. We look at this stock, it has great long-term potential. You have a nice steady RS at 1.19, telling us less risk associated with it, consistent earnings. And then look at that uptrend, 1.79, really, really strong short-term uptrend as well. So yeah, great all-around stock here in one of the hottest industries as well. Overall, VST 1.48. So let's go back, take a look at the sector's energy. No surprise here, energy's been one of the top performers for all of last year, especially coming into this year. However, clean energy really was the big name of 2020. Looks like petroleum and those types of energy products are starting to take off, at the end of last year coming into 2021. So we may see a slight change in that, but clean energy should still be a big key winner, especially with the political aspects of things right now. So as always, ICLN, it was in our stocking stuffers watch list for the end of last year. Still like what we're seeing with this one, still looks really good. If you want to diversify yourself a little bit instead of having to pick individual stocks out of the clean energy area, you can always just take advantage of the ETF, which allows you to capture the broad move of it rather than, the volatility of an individual stock. Let's see. Gotcha. Fuel cell up 22% today alone. Yeah, fuel cell's been great. We've looked at that one a lot. And so, yeah, we've got a lot of great stocks in that area, but ICLN was one that we put into our stocking stuffers list, the end of November coming into December, and it's done phenomenally since. Mario, welcome. Glad you could tune in here today. Let's see. When you sign in on a hold, do you recommend not to buy or not to sell or just wait? So Mario, that's a great question. If you're just, starting to get started with VectorVest and you see a stock that has a hold, what does that mean? Do you mean you need to sell that now or you need to hold it? Well, if you actually own that stock, utilize your stop criteria. When you have a stock that has a hold, that means pay attention to it a little bit closer. If you have, a great gain in that stock and you see it now has a hold rating and it's been slowly declining, that may be a nice early warning to tell you, hey, maybe I should move up my stops a little bit or tighten up my line in the sand to make sure that if that stock continues to pull back at all, I get out of it. Now, if you have a gain and that stock by that point hits a sell rating, obviously, you either need to sell now or hold at your own risk. But if you see it has a hold, that means something's going on and just pay close attention to it, just like a traffic light. If it's yellow, sometimes you'll continue to go through, or sometimes you'll just stop and just wait for a better opportunity or wait for the light to turn green. So, think of it like that. It really depends on the specific situation. But just because it's a hold doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It just means something's going on that you need to pay closer attention to for the time being. Also, I see a huge number of people coming in all of a sudden in the last few minutes. So just to remind everybody, we do have a giveaway we're going to be announcing here today. So if you're just tuning in, make sure to stick around. Don't forget to hit that like button as well. And we'll announce how you can get into that giveaway here very soon. To highest best picks this week. So is there, Tony's asking, is there a way in VectorVest to sort by the highest or best picks this week? Tony, everybody's different. Define best. Are you looking for the strongest percent winner? Are you looking for, the safest stock out of that one? Define what your definition of best is. What I consider best may be somebody else's or not somebody's best definition. So, hopefully we can get that question answered, but we got to know what you're defining as best. All right. So clean energy, no surprise there. It was in our stocking stuffers from last year, still holding strong right now. Best chance to profit. I mean, RT would be a good indicator to use, with least best chance to profit with least amount of risk. Looking for the strongest RTs and a high RS or a high CI. That could possibly be a good place to look. Depends on the person and what you're trying to do. Your goals with that would be though. Is there a way to generate an RT line on the graph for each stock? Not like you can in the VectorVest 7, William, but there's definitely other ways to take advantage of that though. All right. So we've seen that. We've seen some great stocks. Let's take a look at some of the safest stocks coming into 2021. And no surprise, ALGN been a great performer for years now. Still one of the best picks here for consistent fundamentals. It has poor long-term potential, but for safest stocks, you're not worried about outperforming. You're more focused on, is the company making money? Do I have to worry about this company, missing earnings quarter or every single quarter, or gives you a little bit of gives you a little bit of comfort to sleep better at night. And as we can see with 1.49, really safe stock. You have a great strong uptrend as well. So that's looking good. But you have a lot of big names here: CRM or Salesforce. You have Trex, Adobe Systems, Lulu, ISRG or Intuitive Surgical, Visa. So a bunch of common names, but really solid fundamentals and really great opportunities for more of that conservative style of play. All right, so we've seen, some stocks looking good so far. Clean energy in general seems to be, just starting off for 2021, a good place to be. Some of the safest stocks are doing well. We've seen some high momentum stocks doing well here today too. But, realistically, building, construction, anything going into infrastructure or anything going into energy, and really wherever the stimulus, the new stimulus that they're talking about plans ahead is going to be a great indicator of what to look forward to, setting yourself up right for the 2021 year. And that's the great thing. We all know the market's definitely top heavy right now, but with more stimulus coming, it can continue to keep the markets moving higher. We could stay in that overbought situation for some time. So make sure, as always, as we mentioned a while ago, tune into the daily color guard report on a nightly basis to make sure that you never get caught off guard and get early warning of when the market is starting to cool down or take a breather here. So that way you can protect these awesome gains that most likely you've been experiencing since the middle of March of last year till now. You can protect those, lock those in, and make sure you're not giving away all those gains back to the market. All right, so with that being said, let's announce how to enter the giveaway, and then we'll analyze your stocks. So if you want to enter the giveaway, once again, since we have new people coming in, you have to like, share, and like the Facebook page, or like this video, share this video out with all your friends and family. Also, make sure you're a follower of the VectorVest Facebook page, and leave in the comments what you think. I've been thinking about it. I have a white wall behind me. If you guys couldn't tell, I had it all throughout 2020. It's time to change that. Leave in the comments what you guys want to see me decorate the wall with, so that way it gives some color. I feel like the white background just is a little bland and would like to spice things up a little bit. So in the comments of today's video, let me know what you guys want to see me use to put on the back of the wall here behind me. Give it some color, add to our sessions every week. So that's what you got to do. You got to like and share this video, and leave in the comments what you would like to see behind me instead of this white wall, because I'm tired of looking at it, folks. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of looking at it. All right, background of cash. That would be nice. I've thought about that, Jay. I've got a few ideas, but I want to see if there's other ideas I may have not thought about so far. So that's what you got to do. And once you've done that, make sure to tune in next week. You have to be here live when we go live next week, as I announce the winner. So the winner will be announced next week, but you have to be there during our stream to be able to claim the winnings there. And if you're not familiar with what we're giving away, we're giving free access to the brand new or all new Successful Investor course we have coming up at, I believe, middle of January or end of January, within the next few weeks though. All right. So with that, let's go ahead. Start to analyze your stocks. Let me know what you guys want to see. Let me know the stocks you guys want to get analyzed here today, and we'll definitely take a look at them here. All right, awesome. So let's go ahead while you guys are getting that out there. Let's go get it set up. Like to see the videos for the Canadian market. So, Chris, which videos for the Canadian market? Because we've done a few of them. Are you talking about the weekly videos? Because that honestly depends on when data's out and all that. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot I can do of that. Let's see. VRTX coming in as our first stock. All right. Also, if you're not familiar with how to share a stream with your friends and family, if you're on mobile, bottom right corner is a little button that says share. Click on that. Make sure to set it to public and hit share. Also, don't forget you have to like the video, or at least use some form of comment on that. All right, so VRTX coming in as our first stock. This one has great long-term potential, solid fundamentals, but unfortunately, the timing's not there. We do need to see the timing. As we talk about time and time again, once you actually own a stock, RV and RS really don't matter that much, because at that point, fundamentals don't change anything. The thing that matters most is if that company is making you money or losing you money, and that's what the timing tells us. If the timing ever drops below 1 and it's a stock that you're actually holding, that tells us it's time to get out or something is going on and we need to be careful. With an RT below 1 currently, that tells us that right now is just not the time to be into this stock. Yes, it's a good fundamentally sound stock, but the timing is just not there. Even some of the best stocks out there still have bad or rough periods where, they go sideways or they pull back or they have corrections. And our money could be allocated in other areas that are continuing to go up to help our portfolio grow. All right. Let's see. Tesla TSLA. All right. So Tesla, great long-term potential, solid fundamentals, really, really strong uptrend. No surprise there. Timing at 1.6 or VST at 1.62. Great overall stock on both the fundamental and a technical basis. All right, let's see what we got next. STIM. STIM, we have poor long-term potential. We have a lot of risk associated with it, but timing is there. So this would be classified as a speculative trade. And with the timing at 1.81, really strong uptrend, definitely an opportunity for a speculative trader. BABA. So BABA, we talked about this right before the end of last year. Didn't really like what we were seeing with the news coming out. Saw a bunch of people saying, oh, right now is the time to buy after the big drop. Well, hate to say it, folks, but the analysis doesn't lie here. Poor long-term potential, does have good fundamentals for right now, but the timing at 0.53 tells us it's in pretty much a free fall right now. Therefore, stock is definitely not favorable currently. NIO, basically baby Teslas. Poor long-term potential, but still has some risk associated with it. Really strong momentum though. So because there's not as much fundamental data out there, you do have weaker fundamentals than compared to Tesla, but the timing is still the same. 1.86, really strong uptrend. So if you're speculative or aggressive, this is definitely a trade that we'd be keeping an eye on, and the stock's still favorable. All right, let's see. COUP. COUP, poor long-term potential, a little bit more risk than the average stock out there. You have a nice steady uptrend. Overall, the stock's favorable, but definitely like to see that uptrend pick up a little bit from where it's currently at. MARA. Oh, wrong one. All right, MARA, poor long-term potential, a lot of risk associated with it, but really, really strong uptrend. Marathon, so no surprise there. You see a really strong uptrend on an aggressive stock or a speculative stock. The stock's definitely favorable, but not for the faint of heart, to say the least. Let's see. What else we got? Bldp. All right, let's see. Bldp, poor long-term potential, about average risk associated with it, maybe a little bit better than average, but a really strong short-term uptrend. Therefore, the stock's favorable right now. TSM. TSM, good long-term potential, less risk associated with the stock, really strong uptrend, definitely a prudent stock, nice overall VST rating as well. Chris, I would give our support a call. I'm not sure why you're seeing that there. If you're in Canada, Canada doesn't have the nightly recaps. It only does it once a week. It's done every Friday, so that may be why you're seeing that. XRoff, let's go ahead and take a look at that one. XRoff had a little bit of a rough patch. It moved sideways for a bit, but we still really like this. This is one of our stocking stuffers from last year. RV, RS, it's more of a speculative play, but has really good potential. We liked what we were seeing with it. Timing at 1.58, really nice, strong short-term uptrend. So definitely a speculative play, but has potential. I like what we're seeing. Up nicely here today, getting a little bit of a bounce back from that $3 support there. Let's see, Gush, GUSH. So with Gush, main focus is going to be the timing. Whenever looking at an ETF, the RV and RS are always going to be pegged right at 1. So focus on the RT with ETFs. 1.79, really strong uptrend right now on a short-term basis, therefore making the stock favorable. I see it's up 5% here today. If we go take a look, no surprise, Gush has been rocking and rolling. Oil's been rocking and rolling. We've been talking about it for the last few months. And that's why, once again, it pays to tune in every week so you capture some of these types of trades. Let's go here. Let's see if I have it still in here. Alerts. Unfortunately, it doesn't have it in here because it's been a little bit ago. But had a trade for Gush, was trading at right before this pullback coming into the most recent run. Got in at 35 and then blasted off from there, now at 50. So yeah, for a short-term trade, Gush has strong momentum. It's a fast mover. Definitely got to be quick with your entries and exits and pay close attention to it. But definitely a good opportunity to make some quick cash there. All right, FLGT. So FLGT, great long-term potential, about average risk associated with this stock though. Really, really strong uptrend. Overall, stock's definitely favorable. Mrna, let's go take a look. Mrna, great long-term potential, about average risk associated with the stock. Fortunately, the timing is just not there though. Timing's basically at 1, telling us the stock's pretty flat right now on a short-term basis. It's had a great run, but it seems to be one of those buy on the rumor, sell on the news, and that seems to be the case for Mrna right now. All right, AMZN. Frank, anything's possible. Amazon, AMZN. Amazon, great long-term potential, solid fundamentals, less risk associated with this stock. Timing, however, 0.92. Slight downtrend right now, but if you've had great gains in it, maybe you're sticking around a little longer to see if it develops. Or right now, just wait for that better buying opportunity to occur. Overall, the stock's still favorable though. Let's see. LOGI. LOGI, great long-term potential, less risk associated with this stock. You have a really strong uptrend. Overall, the stock's definitely favorable. Once again, I see some new people coming in. If you're new here, welcome. We are doing a giveaway here where if you want to enter, you have to like this video, you have to share this video with your friends and family, and then leave a comment in the video or in the comment section of this video what you want to see on the background, because I'm tired of looking at a white background. We've looked at it all of 2020. It's time for some color of some sort. So those are the 3 things to enter in, and then make sure to be here live next week where we announce the winner. All right. Let's see. AAXN. AAXN. There we go. So AAXN, poor long-term potential, but solid fundamentals. So more of a conservative play. Timing at 1.17. Steady uptrend. So yeah, the stock's definitely favorable for right now. LAC. LAC, poor long-term potential, a little bit more risk than the average stock out there, but great momentum play. So if you're a momentum trader, this is definitely a stock that's fun to play with. Overall, stock's favorable. Be careful. The value, 96 cents, price, $18.59. So you are paying a premium to own this stock right now. We not seeing that there. Let's see, QS, poor long-term potential, a lot of risk associated with this stock. It's in a steady decline. Overall, stock's definitely not favorable right now. HIMX, good long-term potential, but does have a little bit more risk associated with it. Really strong short-term uptrend. So yeah, stock's favorable right now. Let's see, CGC. Oh yeah, another area of great opportunity here, marijuana stocks. Can't deny it. You know, marijuana stocks are exploding right now. So CGC, another good one. You have poor long-term potential. You do have a lot of risk because they've had some financial difficulties to get these stocks on the right track. But there are some hopes with all the political changes. So great momentum, 1.78, great strong short-term uptrend, making this stock favorable right now. And speaking of that, let's go ahead, jump into the premium watch list, I believe. And you have marijuana stocks right here as well. CGC, IIPR. And this will sort some of the best 7 from a while ago. Or you can create your own list as well of the marijuana stocks you want to put into. Let's see. So let's go back here. FDCT. Not finding that one. RVP. There we go. Great long-term potential. Less risk associated with this stock. Steady uptrend. Not the greatest or strongest uptrend, but up nonetheless. Therefore, making the stock favorable. COTY. Oh, why did I do that? Let's go back. Go here. COTY. There we go. COTY. Definitely a speculative trade. Poor RV, poor RS. Really strong short-term uptrend right now, making the stock favorable for you speculative traders out there. I notice a lot of speculative stocks come in here every week. GLUU. GLUU 1.52 RV tells us has great long-term potential. Safety, better than the average stock out there. Steady short-term uptrend, making the stock favorable for right now. All right, let's see. RVP, got a lot of these. Let's see, PFE, Pfizer. So Pfizer, poor long-term potential, a little bit more risk than the average stock out there. Timing, steady decline, making the stock not favorable right now. I know the headlines, you see this stock coming out, a lot. But unfortunately, the stock price is not going up as much as their headlines are. Jeremy, if I'm out of focus, it's probably because the stream may be buffing. I know that they make us have to keep things at 1280, 720 rather than what I'd like to stream at, which is 1080 to make it a little bit clearer for everybody. But unfortunately, Facebook's dumbing that down on us a little bit here. All right, CTX. Let's go ahead CTX. Let's see. Not finding. Which one are you looking for there? Nugget. We'll go ahead and take a look at that. NUGT. So Nugget. Main focus with ETFs once again is going to be the timing. At 1.16, slight uptrend. Not the strongest, but definitely in an uptrend nonetheless. So if you're in it, you're holding it. But keep an eye on that RT though. Let's see. GILD. Poor long-term potential, a lot of risk associated with this stock. Timing, 1.07. Typically, we prefer to see it cross that 1.1 threshold. So I'd say wait for that to happen before taking advantage of it, especially with the RV and RS the way they are right now. VAR, poor long-term potential. Does have good safety, though. Timing, 0.96, slight downtrend. Overall, stock's just about average, slightly underperforming right now. GIX, let's see. Not seeing that one here. LM and D. Oh, I If I can put the N in there. There we go. All right. Poor long-term potential. Does have a lot of risk associated with it. Timing at 1.80. Really strong short-term uptrend. Overall, making the stock favorable for right now. All right. Let's do a couple of more here. And then we'll start winding things down a little bit. So Apple, AAPL. Apple, good long-term potential. Solid fundamentals. Nice steady uptrend. Overall, definitely favorable here. Citrix. Okay, so that's the great thing about the mobile app is if you don't know the name or the ticker symbol, you can type in the company name. You see Citrix pop up here at the bottom. So Citrix, good long-term potential. A little bit more risk, however, associated with this stock. Timing at 1.02 tells us the stock's pretty much flat right now. So while you may not be losing money on this stock right now, you're probably losing opportunity elsewhere, making the stock about average currently. Let's do 3 more here. So CLNE, poor long-term potential, a little bit more risk associated with it, but timing is everything. Momentum behind this stock right now. 1.81, really strong uptrend. Overall, stock's definitely favorable currently. Let's see, BUG. So global cybersecurity, I believe this is looking at. Once again, ETF, main focus is going to be main focus is going to be timing. 1.47, really nice, strong, short-term uptrend, making this ETF favorable still. And then last but not least, let's see what we got. BNGO. I've seen a few people request this, so we'll go ahead and take a look at it. BNGO, poor long-term potential, a lot of risk associated with this stock. Timing, it's in an uptrend, but not a really strong uptrend. Overall, stock's not favorable. Taking a look at the graph, yes, it had a few big days of gapping up, but looks like that a lot of profit taking is occurring. Starting to see that stock selling off a little bit. So be careful with this one. A lot of risk associated with it. So once again, market is 3 ticks into the green. Therefore, the market or the color guard is bullish. We advocate buying safe, undervalued stocks that are rising in price at this time. Taking a look at the advanced declines, still over a 2-to-1 base or bias here to the upside, clearly favoring the bulls here today. Looking at the major indices, Dow's pulled back a little bit, up just shy of 1%. Nasdaq continuing to climb, up 2 1/3. S&P still staying about 1.5. Overall, VectorVest composite up about 1.3% for the day. So once again, thank you all for tuning in here. I look forward to 2021. We've got a lot of big things planned for you guys, and we're on our road to 30,000 followers. So if you haven't already followed the VectorVest Facebook page, head over there, do so now. Don't forget, if you want to enter into the giveaway that we're announcing the winner of next week, make sure to like this video, share it with all your friends, share it with all your family, and leave in the comments what you want to see on this white wall behind me, because we're tired of looking at it. That's totally a 2020 thing. Let's set it up differently, add some color to it for 2021. So on that note, I hope you all have a great rest of your trading day. Take care, be safe out there, and make sure to tune in next week at 11 a.m. Eastern as we announce that winner and kick off another session here on our Facebook page. Bye for now, everybody. Have a great rest of your day.